Thursday, February 4th. There is the closing bell, guys. With the market up over 42 points, we're seeing a nice pop in the final minutes of trade. So far this week has been very favorable if you're a bull. Can we continue the momentum into Friday? Let's dive right in, break this market down, and then go over the top trending stocks of the day. You can see in the overnight trade we were relatively weak, seeing a range of about 25 points. Come the bell, we're opening right around where we closed from yesterday. Coming into the day, we just trended higher and we're seeing a very nice squeeze in the final minutes of trade. Now, when we take a look at it on a daily, we just put an all-time high in at that final seconds of trade at 38.65. The S&P futures are making an all-time high. Now, when we take a look at where we stand on the SPX, we broke the upper edge on the week. So where is our next level potentially? Well, we came into this week expecting 133 points. Now, what makes the most sense is to come back down to this 38.50 level, but now we're 20 points off this line. All hats are off the table here, and we could potentially keep on going higher. Now, when we take a look at the trade tab, for tomorrow, the options market is pricing in about 25 points of move. Today, you're seeing we're up 42 points. So from current levels, seeing 25 points higher, look for around the 3,900 even level, like 38.96, to place some resistance. Other than that, if we can't get going, look for that 38.50 level to place support. Let's move on over and take a look at the NASDAQ. Taking a look at the NASDAQ, you can see we're knocking at the door to making all-time highs. Now, it didn't make an all-time high like the S&P. However, technology is just right there. Now, when we look at the S&P on the daily, you can see the lack of volume. However, we're marching higher. But when we look at the Big Five today, the Big Five was up 0.34%. So you can see that it's lagging the NASDAQ. It's helping the S&Ps, but not by much. This tells me that other sectors are carrying their weight. Now, when you have companies like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Tesla all down, where's that money going? Well, we see Apple's up nice and Amazon's up nice, but other people are participating today. Let's move on over and take a look at the small caps. Taking a look at the Russell, it too, like the S&P, is putting in an all-time high, up over 2%. It was our leading index on the day. Just taking a look at it, getting a nice pop in the final minutes of trade. Now, when we break it down a bit further and look at some of our sectors, financials today are leading the way, up over 2%. So when the financials are singing like this, you better watch out, because the financials are the glue to this marketplace, and being up over 2% is a very nice day. Today, you can see technology was up 1.6%. That tells us that other technology stocks are getting some inflow of capital versus the Big Five that was up 0.25% or so. What else is up? Well, energy's up over 1.1%. Seeing a nice pop here. We're getting a good rebound in most of our sectors. Our worst performer on the day were the materials, down 0.36%. It was our only sector down. So with financials, energy, and tech all up, how did the bonds fare today? Taking a look at the bonds, they are down 0.22%. Putting in a wick here, we look at it intraday. The bonds got as low as the 167 level, found a little floor there and bounced off of it. But the bigger picture, these bonds look relatively weak. Now, when we look at the TNX that measures the 10-year Treasury yield, it too is putting in a very nice cup here. It'll be very interesting to watch if we can break higher in the coming weeks. We'll watch this as it slowly unfolds. However, with this yield marching higher, it would imply that the equities are marching higher, because in turn, bonds should drop when equities rise. Let's cruise on over and take a look at the volatility index. Taking a look at the VIX futures, they are down 6.5%. We look at it intraday and they just puked in the final 10 minutes of trade. They're still seeing some action here when we look at the VVIX intraday. However, the VVIX is holding strong at that 107 level. Bigger picture on the VVIX though, we broke down past 110. Can we hit 100? Us getting down to 100 is going to be very, very key. It's going to mean that this market is rallying very, very hard. However, how low can we go before seeing a pop after seeing 4 days down in the VVIX? We could be due for a short-term bounce. We'll see how it goes, but today with the Russell raging, it's very hard to short this market. Let's take a look at the dollar index and see how the commodities broke down. Taking a look at the dollar index, it's up 0.39%. So the dollar has been in a very nice uptrend. Dollar has been strengthening. We just look at it how it traded through the night and through the day beautifully higher. Now, how did crude oil do? Well, crude oil didn't care that the dollar strength. It too put a new all-time high today since the last year at 56.35 right now. Crude oil is up despite a strengthening dollar. However, gold today just fell off a cliff, down over $40, 2.24%. The strengthening dollar is hurting the metals, and we're seeing some big dumps today in gold. How did silver do? Well, silver held up a little bit better than gold, down 1.8%, seeing a little bounce here, but overall the metals today suffered pretty hard. And then we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin today was up 1.67%, seeing some good inflow of volume. These are the futures now. Bitcoin was on a wild ride too, coming down and then back up. Bitcoin doesn't care what the dollar's doing, it's marching higher. There you have it for the stock market breakdown. Now tomorrow we have a non-farm payroll number and unemployment rate for the month of January. Now these are two potential market moving data points. We'll see how it does. It comes out an hour before the bell. They could potentially come out bad and cause stocks to come back down to that 3850 level in the SPX. So keep your eyes out for that. If we do see some bad numbers, that 3850 will play a sound level of support. It's the upper edge this week on the S&P. Now, other than that, finishing strong tomorrow is vital if you're a bull, not giving too much week's gains up. We made over 140 points this week. What more can you ask for if you're long this market? However, let's move on over and take a look at the trending tickers of the day. And coming in at number 2, Fiverr International. Today, Fiverr was up over 8% with the market cap of $9.2 billion on a year-to-date. Fiverr is up almost 32%. We're seeing some very big volume coming in it today. Now, what does Fiverr do? Well, Fiverr serves as an e-commerce platform to freelancers and companies to sell their services by using their gigs. A gig is basically an advertisement of services. You need this logo made on Photoshop. You need somebody to do this for you. These are for freelancers, and they do projects for others. Now, we take a look at it on an intraday, and we just saw an eruption at around 110 today. I couldn't find any specific news on why. However, looking at the trade tab, it is hard to borrow. So potentially could be some insider knowing something that could come out of this company in the coming days. I don't know why we're up. However, when we take a look at it on the expected move, we came into this week expecting $17.53, and you can see on Tuesday and Wednesday, we trended off of that level. We hit it on Monday, but we broke above it. And then today, you're just seeing that inflow of volume. Now, a 3 standard deviation move is 259.10, which we're just 3 points above that 3 sigma move. So my guess is we come back down to around that 260, 259 level and rest there to end the week. However, if we do see some selling, a 2 sigma move is 241.57. But something tells me somebody knows something about this stock and it's on its way higher. Just taking a look at it, how it looks so far on the year. It's been a beautiful trend higher, and it could potentially be putting in a cup here at 285 to just keep on marching higher. So Fiverr is a top trending stock today on Yahoo Finance, and it was worth looking at. Coming in at the number 1 trending ticker of the day goes to QUALCOMM Inc. Today, QUALCOMM was down 8.83% with the market cap of $168 billion. On a year-to-date, it's down 0.36%. So today just pushed it negative on the year. We can see some big volume. Now, what does Qualcomm do? Well, they're a multinational corporation known for designing and manufacturing semiconductors and wireless telecommunications products. Now, we are down large today from mixed earnings of yesterday, and it got a downgrade from Citi. However, when I look at it on a daily, this 140 level looks pretty sound support. Now, we're sitting at 147.97. Let's take a look at it on the expected move. And we can see that lower edge this week is around 148.50. So we're just about 50 cents shy on this level, which tells me I think a lot of the selling is over. This 148 level should play some pretty sound support and at least finishing the week here. Maybe we see a little bit of a bounce and we trend towards that midline somewhere in this 150 range. Keep our eyes on this stock, but I think for the most part in Qualcomm, a lot of the selling is over. There you have it for the top trending tickers of the day. What are some tickers that you're looking at going into tomorrow? Comment it down below. I'd love to take a look at it and give you my opinion on where I see it going. Other than that, guys, if you watched this far, I really appreciate it when you hit the thumbs up button. It means a lot when you guys show some support. And if you're watching me for the very first time, I do these breakdowns every single day. show some love. Hit that subscribe button. It will really make me very happy, guys. Slowly ticking up one by one, and it just means a lot when you guys hit that button. Other than that, guys, have any questions, comments, feedbacks, leave them down below. I'll get back to you. But on that note, I will see you in tomorrow's breakdown. Have a great night. Take care. Peace.